Hey lads, what's going on? So the trout season is nearly over. We've only got 1 month left. So we're going to jump into the boat and go out for an evening's trout fishing. We're fishing here on a Friday evening. It's 4 o'clock. It's getting dark at about 8 o'clock. So we've got about 4 hours of fishing. Now we've got no wind out on the lake and it's bright sunshine conditions. Absolutely terrible for trout fishing. But we're going to do our best to go out and catch a few fish. I'm always confident if we cover enough water we'll come across a trout that'll feed. So yeah, we're up against it this evening. We're going to go out and see if we can catch a few fish in really harsh conditions. So let's go. As always guys, I forget to say, make sure you hit like on the videos as we're going along. If you're enjoying these trout fishing videos, it lets YouTube know that you're enjoying the videos. So let's go. Right, let's jump into the boat. Work our way down. Get away out onto the lake. It's a lovely evening's fishing, so let's go. Now, so we're just making our way out onto the lake here now. Just going to go over the setups as always. People are always asking what tackle I use for trout fishing. I haven't changed tackle all season. So I use these Toshido Robinson rods from Wild Hunter. Really nice rods. That's a Shimano Vanford reel. Using small little twitch baits, 10-pound braid. And the other reel, same setup. The other one's just a Daiwa Ninja. Really nice setups. I absolutely love them. I use them for spinning for the trout and trolling for the trout. The lake boat setup is, as you can see behind me, just have 2 rod holders out the side, seat up the front. Really simple basic setup on my lake boat lads, I absolutely love it. I use this Humminbird Helix fish finder. I like this unit because the mapping on the Helix Humminbirds is really good, really easy to follow. For the trout I just look for a bit of structure, a bit of rock. This time of year the trout can be absolutely everywhere. They're feeding on absolutely everything. Small minnows, daphnia, small nymphs. They'll be all over the lake, over deep water and in shallow water. It's just a matter of finding them. So I have a fair idea of where they are. We're going to go out, try to catch a few trout. That's enough talking, let's go fishing. Alright lads, I'm going to start off with a bit of trolling. So we have the boat moving forward. We're going to get the lures behind the boat, just a casting distance behind the boat. I don't want them back there too far. I want to keep the lures quite high. So let's drop that rod into the holder. And I'll take my second rod. Get that one out as well. So I'm not putting this one back too far either. Now, we're officially fishing, it's the weekend. So let's try to catch a trout next. Okay guys, we're into a fish here. It took us 44 minutes to catch the first trout. This is quite long for what we usually takes. That's if this is a trout. It's not really behaving like one. I haven't seen it at all. It feels like a pike to be honest. Or else it's a big trout, I don't know. It's not behaving like a trout at all, is it, a trout? Oh, it is a trout. Fighting quite hard. Now into the net. That's the job. First one out of the way. That took longer than it usually does. What? Now lads, beautiful trout. Lovely silver looking fish. Gorgeous black dots on him. Full of life. Gave a great fight. Just drop him back. Good stuff. So the conditions are absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. After trolling around for 40 minutes, we got one fish. Actually, while I was on the phone or landing that fish, had him in the net. Brian from Wild Hunter rang me and just had the fish resting in the net. Flat cam, decided I'd have a few casts around the boat with a little Rapala and actually hooked 2 trout in a row. Out of nowhere, flat cam conditions. You'd wonder how can that even happen. They both came off just on a small little rapala, just hooked them right under the surface of the side of the boat. There must have been a pod of trout passing through. They were only small anyway. But yeah, that's just the sort of thing that happens. What can you do? Conditions are brutal, but we got a trout, good stuff. Maybe we'll get one or two more, who knows? Let's give it a go. Right boys, we're into another fish here. Just going around in circles after finding that last pod of trout. Another one was in the area, so we're after hooking into him. Doesn't feel that big, but when you're trolling and the rod goes, everything looks like an absolute giant. It'll come in and it'll be a small trout, but I don't think it's too small. Feels like an alright fish. But yeah, anytime you're trolling you get a hit, everything feels massive. I'd say this is an okay trout, to be honest. Yeah, it's a lovely trout. The water is very clear. I can see this lad a mile away. Fighting very hard. Yes, into the net. He unhooked himself and everything. Isn't that absolutely brilliant? We might be able to grab him here. I'll wet the hand in the net. It's only a small trout, so we'll just unhook him and show him back straight away. So this is one of the trout that you usually find in shoals out here. Probably about 34 centimeters. Back he goes straight away. No need to take a picture of the small ones like that. Lovely fish though. And there's actually gas when you get a hit when you're trolling. Like that fish is probably 34 centimeters. No big trout by all means, probably about a pound in weight, but when you're using a light rod trolling and the trout hits the lure, they all look like absolute monsters. It's great crack. Yeah, on a 6 to 20 gram rod, 35-40 centimeter trout gives a good fight. That lad was pulling back, not a bother to him. No need to take a picture with the small fish, just let him unhook him. He actually unhooked himself in the net, made it a lot easier, and throw him straight back. But yeah, we've two trout in the most difficult conditions you can imagine. There's a small bit of cloud cover there all of a sudden. Maybe that's why we're after getting the last two trout. Just using small natural baits. The water is crystal clear. Yeah, I seen that trout fighting. I'd say he must have been 3 or 4 meters down, and that's crazy for Loch Derg. The water is very clear right now. So it is 7 minutes past 5. We started fishing at about 5 past 4. Good stuff with 2 trout, happy with that. Keep plugging away. Fingers crossed we can get a few more. If you're enjoying the video lads, hit the like button. We're doing our best with what we can. Obviously flat cam conditions, it's not easy, but we'll keep plugging away. And yeah, let's go. Now let's get the rods back out after the last trout. Keeping them quite high in the water at the minute. The trout seem to be hunting, so we'll keep them up in their faces. It's one rod out. We're fishing with 2 rods, we'll get the other one out. Loose drag, we don't want to pull the mouths off them. Good stuff. So this is what I was talking about. I said I'd make a clip while we have the sun like this. See the cloud behind me? That cloud is blocking the sun. As soon as that happened, we had 2 trout in the boat in the space of 10 minutes. And it really affects the trout. As soon as that sun gets covered by anything, the trout, they don't have the eyelids, so they're a lot more comfortable to come up to the top of the water and eat a lure. There is something behind it, I promise you. I'm not just talking absolute nonsense. You can still catch them in sunny conditions. It's a little bit harder though. But yeah, let's keep plugging away. Beautiful conditions. Have the socks in the boat. Sliders are off. What more could you want? A few more big fish. Let's go. Now lads, literally had to hang up the phone to Brian there because we're after hooking into a nice fish. I said I'll ring you back in a minute. Hopefully this is a trout because it feels quite nice. We're after going into 4 meters, a little bit shallower than I like to go for trout, but if it is a trout, it's a nice one. Yeah, it's definitely a trout. I'm just trying to keep him over to the right hand side so it doesn't go across my other rod. He's doing his best, huh? Oh, he's going nuts. I think he might have gone across my other line. This is a lovely trout. What a fight. This is a great trout. Come on, buddy. Yes, that's a beautiful trout, lads. Wow. On the phone to Brian. Sorry, Brian, if you're watching this. I'll ring you back in a minute. Let's get on the hook now. Absolutely savage fish. What a fight it's after giving. Really nice condition on it. Like always, we're going to drop him back here. But that's a beautiful looking fish. There he goes. Savage. Wasn't expecting that now. So we've 3 trout in the boat in absolutely shocking conditions. I'm roasting here in a t-shirt, but now that we got that bit of cloud cover, they're definitely feeding. So let's get the lures back out and try catch another one. Now, good crack. That was a really good fight off that fish. It was in really deep condition. Had a pair of shoulders on it, so I was well able to pull back. So let's give Brian Connaughton a ring back. He's my lucky charm. Every time he rings me, we seem to hook into a fish. So I'll give him a buzz back there now. But it is currently 27 minutes past 5. We've been out fishing since just after 4. We've only got 3 trout, but look, we're plugging away, making the most out of it. Yeah, we'll get the lures back out and see if we can get another one. Right, we're in again. Just turning the boat this time. Driving the boat diagonally can sometimes induce a take if there's a trout following. Just after missing a trout just before this, so this will be trout number 4. It's a shame we missed the last one actually, because it felt like a nice fish. I didn't turn on the camera for the last one, but it was only on for about a few seconds. This is definitely a trout again. Oh, he's gone. He just shook the lure. Oh, that's a shame. Anyway, we'll get the lure back out and try to get another one. Now, I absolutely love seeing trout jump out of the water. I think it's so cool. I've just seen a couple there this evening now. I've seen maybe 3 or 4 just jump about a metre out of the water. It's just so cool to see, knowing that there's fish around hunting. I'm after just driving over that last one to see if he'd come up and take the lure, but no joy. Typical. But yeah, it's just cool to see this time of year. Obviously their diets are changing and they're a lot more aggressive. It's just so cool to see it. So it is 5 to 6. Keep plugging away. Now, while we're only here for a bit of fun, just going to test out a few different colours. So there's kind of a goldeny, reddy, pinky Rapala. Gonna get that one out just to test it out. You know, I'm only out for a bit of fun. This isn't a competition. I'm gonna stick that one behind the boat. I'm gonna get the other one out. I just changed to literally a fire tiger one because I never really tried this colour. I had one trout in it before. It's a bit bright. I'm going for 2 bright lures just to see how they'll react. When we're only fishing here for fun, we can test out these things. Because I just had 2 natural ones on, now we're going for 2 bright ones. So let's see how they do. Okay, I can confirm that the brighter colours do work. We're into a really nice trout here. It absolutely leathered the lure, nearly pulled me out of the boat. I don't know what size it is, to be honest, lads. I'm only after. Oh, it's a nice fish. What is it? Is it a pike? That's surely a trout. It's swimming along the surface like Jaws. I hope it's not a pike. Sometimes the bigger trout do that, or else he's just. Oh, it's a really nice trout. Yeah, it's a lovely fish. I can see why he was going bananas. It's a nice fish. Whoa, that's a proper trout. That's what you want on the fire tiger Rapala. Oh, after soaking me. Now we'll see if we can get him in the net. That's the next battle. Of course we can. Into the net. Here he goes. Look at that. Beautiful. Fire tiger rapala. Woohoo, what a fish this is. Fire tiger rapala. Give you a quick look at this beautiful trout. Look at that for a sledger of a trout. Beautiful. That is a beautiful fish. This time of year, in savage condition, give her a second to rest. I'll get her back in the water. Beautiful. Absolutely leathered the lure. Right lads, so had the fish resting in the net. Give me 2 seconds now. Just going to take out my phone and get the release on the video. Beautiful trout. The markings on it is absolutely perfect. I always give him a second to rest in the net. Oh, there he is. Look at that. Absolutely savage. I'm just going to release him here now. Just want to get a clip on the phone while I'm doing it. Beautiful fish. Absolutely love it. Yeah, beautiful. What more can I say? So I just had the Fire Tiger Rapala on for, I'd say, 15 minutes. Lost the first fish that hit it, and that second fish there, I was actually messing when the rod went. I was fully convinced it was either a big perch or a small pike or something like that, and lo and behold, it was a trout. So yeah, Fire Tiger works. I knew it worked, but I don't use it often. I usually use natural colours when I'm fishing for trout. I always use natural colours when I'm fishing for trout, and every now and again when we're out for a bit of fun I put on big mad colours. I have that one on the other rod. It's kind of a golden-y pink one. Had trout on that before as well. I like using natural colours, but yeah, that Fire Tiger one, I'll give you a quick look at it. Done the job. Let's get it out of the net. That's typical when you want to get something out of the net, it doesn't come out. But that's the lure there. Don't use it that often, but yeah, it does work. Of course it works. Trout aren't too fussy. Once you can present the lure and they're feeding, they'll hit anything that fits in their mouth once they're feeding and they're hunting. But yeah, it is 16 minutes past 6, lads. If you're enjoying this video, make sure to hit the like button as we're going along. We're just out for a bit of fun this evening. Doing more talking and fishing than anything, but yeah, we've got a few really nice fish this evening. Wild brown trout, all caught and release. So yeah, let's get the lures back out. We might test out a few new ones while we're plugging along here. So let's go. Right lads, so we have a small fish on here. Very small fish. I just put on a small lure, to be honest. He's like he's a tiny little trout. Jumping around behind the boat. It's only a 50mm lure. Quite a small one. But this is one of the Eden minnows from Major Craft. Just testing it out. Put it in the water, see if it catches the fish. Oh. Come on, buddy. Wow, look at that. That was just a small little trout, but it took, I'm going to show you there now quickly. It took a little Major Craft Eden minnow from Wild Hunter. After leaving a bit of a tangle actually for a small little fish. That's the little lure he took. Silver with a bit of lime green on the back of it. It was a really silver looking fish. It's like a little tiny looking, it actually looked like a little salmon, but obviously it was a trout. But yeah, that's the crack, lads. Just a small fish. I was trying to hold him up for the camera. I wasn't netting that fish. Usually you're actually better off just lifting the smaller fish out by hand. Because if you put them in the net, they can damage themselves spinning around. Only the small fish, they just go mad. So it's a lot quicker just doing it like that. But yeah, that's the crack. We still have a bit of cloud cover, getting the fish every few minutes now. It's 6:42, so let's see what else we can catch. Oh lads, we're into something big here. Has to be a pike. Something very big. This is a trout, it's absolutely huge. Sorry if I'm being quiet here now. I don't know what I'm after hooking. It's quite big, whatever it is. Praying it's a trout. Keep the boat in forward so the line doesn't tangle with the other rod. To manage these things when you're fishing by yourself. This is a trout. It's a nice trout, I'd say. On the little small lure again, 50mm. Oh lads, this is a lovely trout. This is a big trout. Yeah, lovely one. Oh, please go in the net. Relax, buddy, relax. Relax. We're gonna put you back anyway. Probably the only boat on the lake that released you. There we go. Lads, what a fish. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely savage fish. On the major craft, either minnow. Now lads, we'll give you a quick look at him. Look at that beautiful trout. It's absolutely stunning. Really nice one. I've had a good few this size now this evening. It's a good standard of a fish. So I'm just going to take a video of him dropping him back here. Whoa. The worst release ever. But he went back like an absolute train. So that one was on a major craft, either minnow. It's a lure that Wild Hunters sell inside the shop, and it's only like 12-13 euros. It's inside the net there now. I'll try to get it out and show you. There's the lure, lads. I don't mind showing people lures. I use different lures for every fish I catch, so I don't mind showing these things. So there's one of the major craft feeder minnows. It's just a small little twitch bait. To be honest, the trout don't really care what lure you're using. Once they're feeding, if the lure is a general size that'll fit in their mouth and it looks any bit right, you'll catch them. But yeah, we've loads of fish this evening. I was only going out to make a willy-nilly sort of a video. And it turned out to be a good one, so hopefully lots of people enjoy this one. So it is 7 o'clock. We've been fishing since just after 4. We had loads of fish. We lost a good few fish as well. But I was just taking this evening session to test out new lures, and loads of new lures. I'm just pulling them out of the box and each one of them's getting a hit. So yeah, what more can I say? I'm gonna try to get maybe 1 or 2 more fish. It's starting to get cold, might put on a jacket. We'll be going in the next half an hour anyway. And make sure to hit the like button, lads, and share the video with all your friends. Now, boys and girls, we're going to wrap it up here. It is currently 7:30. There's about half an hour of life left, but I'm absolutely wrecked after working all morning and coming out and enjoying the evening's fishing. But I hope you enjoyed the video, lads. We ended up getting loads of action, absolutely loads of action, so I can't complain with that. Make sure to leave a like and drop a comment on if you enjoyed the video. How's the fishing going for you guys? I like chatting to the lads in the comments, so make sure you drop a comment and let me know how you're getting on. I'm probably fishing tomorrow. We have a competition Sunday. I don't know when I'm going to post this video. Probably in the next few days anyway. But yeah, fishing's really good at the minute. The trout fishing is unbelievable in September. I love it so much. Our season closes at 30th of September, the last day of September. So there's not long left, 30 days I'd say, to make the most out of it. And then it's pike fishing all winter then, pike and perch. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, lads. Testing out new lures. Conditions, as you can see behind me, flat calm, sunny conditions, not good for trout, but we caught loads of trout, so you make sense out of that. Thanks for watching, lads. We'll catch you out here next time.